against one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
So we can still do this, Mr. Valero.
What's that?
We can still do this now.
Yes. That's right.
Okay, this time we'll open up the public portion. Anyone wishing to address the board may do so. Please state your name and address for the record. And Mr. Bloom, please get right to the point.
Good afternoon, you all. I guess we're going to skip the roll call again.
We are.
Okay,
Next.
so, under street committee, I see no items, which is disappointing, since I've been hoping for the, road down at the, park, Riverside Park, to be paved. It was on the agenda a couple of months ago, and you were all aware of this about 18 months ago, but it has disappeared. Like I said last time, nothing gets done without a deadline. So would you care to state when it may get done? Hopefully this year? Yeah, okay.
Where's Anthony Simoni when you need him?
Yeah. Never here.
Where? All right, so, we've, also, you have an annual, I don't know, celebration every December, where you send out Echo Fire Engine number 2, I believe, with Santa Claus on the back, cruising through the roads and streets here in town at about 5 miles an hour, with lights and sirens. Okay, that's kind of like illegal. You cannot use lights and sirens on an emergency vehicle unless you're going to or from an emergency. I checked on that. So I don't mind you having Santa Claus taking you a ride, but please don't use the lights and sirens. So the U2 auditors I keep talking about, the libraries have been aware that they're out there. I spoke with the librarian down at the Huntington Library a couple of days ago. And she tells me that they haven't been in yet, but that they will come. What I suggest, you all be proactive and send a memo to the libraries and fire departments, etc., that they are limited public forums, and that when these criminals enter to create a hassle, just tell them to leave. And if they don't, call the police and have them arrested for trespassing. I'm just gonna run down a quick list on who you may expect. Oh, LIA, Long Island Audit. He went to Schenectady, New York to challenge the mayor's executive order, got arrested for trespassing. Went to court, had a bench trial, was found guilty and paid the $350 fine, which is a pittance to him. He has over 250,000 subscribers. He's making buku money. What needs to be done at a state level, I would think, to have all of these misdemeanor crimes like disturbing the peace, trespassing, etc., that involve a electronic recording device to carry a mandatory 1-year sentence in jail. That would quickly end this problem. To run down some of them, who these people are: News Now Ninja, Erie County Career Killer Audits, Detroit Metro Audits, Afro Man, News Now Houston, Brooklyn Audit, Cody High Roller, The Angry Vet, Elite Laws, Chili DeCastro, Taco Terry. You have North Carolina Tyrant Hunters, Ask Elmo, Whisk Boy, Silent Boy, Good Guy Audit of all things, Amagassett Press and his son, amazing audits, KC Camera Boy, Rogue Nation, Rago Monkey, MC Press, Direct D Press, Tennessee Tyrant Hunter, Furry Potato, Lady Justice Liberty Press, Audit Them, Truthful Audit News. Just a handful of these criminals that are running around the country making money, pissing people off. One final thing, I advocated for the banning of the burqa. I know you don't do anything controversial here. However, Switzerland just banned the burqa with fines to ensue. Something that needs to be addressed probably nationwide. Okay, thank you.
Anyone else wishing to address the board? Hearing none, we'll close the public portion. And move on with the regular scheduled agenda. We do have some add-ons.
Move to wait. Wait a minute. Yeah, I flipped them over. Move to add to the agenda as item 8.9. Funding for the purchase of vans for Shelton Student Transportation Services. And as 8.10, funding for outfitting of buses for Shelton Student Transportation Services. And is item number 10, executive session, 10.3C, City of Shelton and IBT Union Local 145. So moved.
Motion is made. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, this takes us to item 1.1, minutes for approval, the Board of Aldermen regular meeting of October 10th, 2024.
Move to waive the reading and approve the following meeting minutes. 1.1, Board of Aldermen regular meeting on October 10th, 2024.
Your second?
Second.
Motion is second. Is there any discussion?
There's, on page 4, one correction that I missed. Page 4, second sentence from the top, the average customer in Shelton it's repetitive, just repeated twice, that's it. So, that's all.
All in favor? Aye. Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Item 5.1, Finance Committee, there are no items. 5.2, Public Health and Safety Committee, there's no items. And 5.3, Street Committee, there are no items. I have no report.
I have no report.
Item number 6, Legislative Hold, there are no items from public hearing. Item 7, Financial Business Hold, there are no items. Item number 8, Financial Business New. 8.1 is November statutory refunds.
Move that the report of the tax collector relative to the refund of taxes for a total amount of $10,944.23 be approved, and that the finance director be directed to make payments in accordance with the certified list received from the tax collector, with funds to come from statutory refund account. So moved.
Second.
Motion is made and second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Item 8.2 is the state mandated HEBAC evaluation services at Mohegan School.
Move to appropriate an amount of $7,300 for state mandated HEBAC evaluation services at Mohegan School, with funding to come from automatic bonding pursuant to section 7.16 of the city charter.
Second.
Motion is made and second. In discussion, I would say that the next several items are all part of the $200,000 that we agreed to give the Board of Education for capital projects. This is one of them. All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Item 8.3 is the state mandated HEBAC evaluation services at Sunnyside School.
Move to appropriate an amount of $7,300 for state mandated HEBAC evaluation services at Sunnyside School, with funding to come from automatic bonding pursuant to section 7.16 of the city charter.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Discussion?
In the back of, about that as a quote, the quotes that we received.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Item 8.4 is the refinishing the Jim Florida Elizabeth Shelton School.
Move to appropriate an amount of $34,297 for the refinishing of the gym floor at Elizabeth Shelton School, with funding to come from automatic bonding pursuant to section 7.16 of the city charter. Further, authorize Mayor Murphy to execute any and all documents necessary to effectuate same.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Any discussion?
Just a note that the lowest bidder did not meet specifications and was disqualified.
Oh.
All those in favor? Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Item 8.5 is to paint for the auxiliary gym at Shelton High School.
Move to appropriate an amount of $1,143.46 for the painting of the auxiliary gym at Shelton High School, with funding to come from automatic bonding pursuant to section 7.16 of the city charter.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Discussion?
Per the charter, any quote under $1,999 does not have to go out to bid.
It looks like they're just buying the product.
Right.
They're probably gonna do it themselves.
Right.
Item 8.6 is the rescission of action and
We need a vote.
Oh, I'm sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Are any opposed? Motion carries. Item 8.6 is the rescission of action and reappropriation for water hookup at Booth Hill School.
Move to rescind the action taken at the Board of Aldermen meeting of September 12, 2024, to appropriate $10,295.25 from automatic bonding with Johnson Controls to repair a fire department water hookup into Booth Hill School. Further, appropriate an amount of $8,296.60 for FCS Fire Protection LLC to repair fire department water hookup into Booth Hill School, with funding to come from automatic bonding pursuant to section 7.16 of the city charter.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Discussion?
I want to point out,
No, I want to point out.
I want to point
I
out.
want to point out that I'm the one who said that
You
they should go,
forgot.
that they should go and bid.
And I think I brought that up as well, but
All right,
again,
they're all jumping on. You know, this is months later.
it's just
You guys are so
$2,000.
worried about the Board of Education.
It's
You
just
know, make them manage their money properly and everything else will fall in line.
Exactly.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. My same comments apply for the next one.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mr. President.
Move to rescind the action taken at the September 12, 2024 Board of Aldermen meeting to appropriate $22,678 from automatic bonding for Johnson Controls to repair/replace fire hydrant at Shelton High School. Further, appropriate an amount of $15,560.60 for FCS Fire Protection LLC to repair and replace the hydrant at Shelton High School to come from automatic bonding in 7.16 of the charter.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. The only discussion that I'll make at this point is, you guys remind me of Anthony Simonetti before the election. He was so worried about the outcome. I told him it was gonna be Trump on a landslide. You guys don't wanna listen. That's the moral of the story.
This
Hey,
was-
All in favor?
Aye.
This one is 7,000.
You see how I cut everything right off?
You
Yeah.
saved 7,000 of that.
Right, 7,000 and 2,000.
10,000.
10,000.
Nice. Yeah, it's not a big chunk of money, but at the end of the day,
Fran, I hope you're paying attention to this.
Paying attention.
Because you get it on Tuesday mornings. All right, we voted on this. All in favor?
Yeah.
Okay. 8.8, the upgrading of citywide park equipment.
Move to add the upgrading of citywide park equipment to the capital improvement plan with funding in the amount of $9,888.48 to come from LoCIP.
Second.
Motion was made and seconded. The only comment that I would make, and maybe you can answer this, I don't know if this requires a bid waiver.
Can't hurt.
It's a sole source,
It was so.
it's a sole source vendor. And this sole source vendor provides us all our playground equipment previously. So, and there's a letter attached. There's a letter attached, everybody see it?
Yeah, I don't know if I agree that it was a sole source, but okay, it's not a big dollar amount, and there's so many miscellaneous items that we're buying, so I,
Right.
I don't know that it even triggers the bid response.
Just the proposal.
Yeah. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item, 8.9 is the funding for the purchase of vans for Shelton Student Transportation Services.
Move for the recommendation of the finance director to waive the bidding process and appropriate amount of $150,000 for the purchase of vans for special needs students, with funding to come from automatic bonding pursuant to section 7.16 of the city charter.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded, and I will tell you that this motion is wrong. Motion is wrong. This is not what I had intended to ask for. So what I had asked for was the appropriation of $150,000. We already bid vans, so we have that bid. That satisfies that requirement. But as we have done in the past, we've bought some vehicles out of auction. And I wanted to do that again, and I was gonna mix and match a van or two vans with those vehicles. So, I don't know how it didn't come out this way, but it did, and. Okay, but that's the intent here, is to, because the vans don't always, work well for special ed transportation. But the SUVs that we have been working out pretty well. In fact, we bought a used motor and put it in one of our SUVs. It's an older one, but it was in very good shape, the truck, and I did that. I think we spent like a little under $5,000 to do that, and sent that down to the bus company to use, so that's in service. And we wanted to increase the number of runs that we're making for special ed, because that was a big cost driver for their budget last year. And I think that everybody now believes that what we've been saying for the last several years, that we can do it cheaper than anybody else. And we are, we're proving that. So that was the intent of this motion, not to do a waiver of bids for $150,000. So I don't know how Fran, do we want to restructure this motion?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I like, the word vans is very vague. Is it 2 vans, 3 vans, 4 vans, 5 vans? Yeah, can we?
Well, we bid 3 vans, and I don't know what that number is, but that's irrelevant, because I don't think we're gonna get 3 vans. My point is that, about $150,000 should suffice, but I do need a waiver of bid for anything we get out of the auctions.
I think you do, yes. And you do need to waive this. And you need the money appropriated upfront, so when you go to the auction, you can bid on these things, you know what your limits are.
Yeah, we've done this in the past. This is not how.
Yeah,
We've done extremely well over the years with this.
I thought that was the intent of this motion.
Yes, it says regarding vehicles at auction.
Yeah. Yeah, it's worked out fine, there's no question about how it's been.
So a proposed motion would be,
You need the money.
move to, for the recommendation of finance to waive the bidding process for auction vehicles. And appropriate the amount of $150,000.
So move.
Second. I think that sounds right, Fran?
Are all the vehicles coming from auction?
No, it's gonna be a combination.
You said auction vehicles in motion.
I did, because we don't know what we're gonna, I could get 2, I could get 3, depending on the price. I could get 1.
But are you gonna
But all
spend?
from the auction.
No, I'm gonna buy a van too, at least 1 van.
So you ought to just say vehicles, Mayor. If you say auction vehicle, you're limiting yourself to just the purchase of the
I
items.
thought I did say auction vehicles.
You did.
But if you
Just
say
said
that, you
vehicles.
limit yourself to just the auction.
You say just for the purchase of vehicles, whether you get it from the auction or not.
Leave the auction out.
Okay, so I think with the discussion, everybody knows what the intent is. We bid for vans, we're probably gonna purchase a van, maybe two. And then we're probably gonna purchase some auction vehicles, some 4x4s or SUVs for special education transportation.
So you're waiving, you've got the appropriation and therefore vehicles, that's all you need.
Okay. All right, so do you got that, Eric?
So does this motion cover what, the current motion cover what we're trying to do? Or do we need to revise that?
No,
If you change the.
yeah, he had option in it.
Yeah, I think Eric made the motion, right?
Yeah.
Based on what I had said.
So Frank, yeah, exactly, we change the word vans to vehicle, then we're covered.
And remove auction. There is no option here.
Well, I think that there's enough discussion in the minutes that someone would be able to ascertain what we want to do.
the intent is no.
This is saying there's a
We're
word.
gonna purchase 1 or 2 vans,
Or vehicles, just don't use the word van.
vehicles, vehicles to do the job, they specialize.
Yep.
It has to be carried to that.
Actually, it does say that it's in this month.
And then you're gonna.
No, it just says vans. It says the mayor regarding vehicles.
You may.
There was a motion said van
Translate
for special needs students, so take that out,
Right.
put in vehicle.
So I think Eric had the right motion.
He said,
It said auction.
Well,
He said so.
Predicated on what.
Okay, right after you-
He said auction.
All right, so we have a motion on the floor, we have a second, and that is for the purchase of vehicles out of auction with that waiver bid, and then the also, which would also include the purchase of vans that have been bid. That's what this motion should reflect.
Can I just maybe reread it with that amendment?
Well, it's not, let's, was there an original motion put on the floor?
Yeah,
Yes,
Okay, so that needs to be rescinded. So who moved the first motion?
John.
And then Chris.
I second. For second.
Okay, so you rescind, John?
move to rescind the original motion is ready for the record.
So moves.
So you have to also rescind the second.
Second.
Okay, and then the motion now is on the floor that I just said. You want to make another comment, part
Move for the recommendation of the finance director to waive the bidding process and appropriate an amount of $150,000 to purchase for the purchase of vehicles for special needs students with funding to come from automatic bonding pursuant to section 7.16 of the city charter.
it also includes vans.
Vehicles are there. So that covers.
Second it.
I think we have it in here twice.
You got it.
I think we have the motion and the second in here twice. Yeah.
Well, you have to rescind the second motion also that was seconded, no?
Well, no, we don't have a second on what he just said, so
No,
let's just.
the first, yeah, the second one did have a second. Bernie seconded.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Eric made the motion and he seconded it, and that's the one we're going with.
He just changed it. It's
No,
different.
but he didn't get a second.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
Bernie seconded it.
you seconded it?
Yes.
I thought you guys wanted that with vehicles instead of vans.
Bernie seconded both.
Okay, Eric, rescind your original motion.
Move to rescind the motion that I made.
I rescind my second.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second.
Got it.
We're all in favor?
We're good.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
That was easy.
All right, item
You don't
8.10
people that pick this apart is, and they come back at you and say, well, you said you're gonna buy a van, you bought a truck.
So van covers it.
The exact.
Next.
Item 8.10 is funding for the outfitting of buses for student transportation services.
Move to appropriate an amount of $21,573.59 for the outfitting radio, microphones, antennas, etc. of the 8 recently purchased buses for Shelton Student Transportation Services with funding to come from the American Rescue Plan Act.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. This is, you know, we've bought the 8 buses, this is the official 8 buses, that,
If I remember correctly, this is a cheaper cost than what we had discussed before.
Because it
doesn't include the
cameras.
I'm
I
not
wanna
sure.
remember that was like
And the equipment?
$35,000 was our estimate before, but. Okay.
I don't know if we even talked about it, to be honest with you, but, anyways, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, this takes us to item, there are no items from public hearing on legislative new 9.2, the adoption of the 2025 Board of Aldermen meeting schedule.
Move to adopt the following Board of Aldermen meeting schedule for 2025 as attached here too. 9.2, Board of Aldermen full board regular meeting at point schedule. Board of Aldermen, and that's the dates, everybody's got the date, and time is 5:30 p.m. And that's motion number 1. So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion is made and seconded, discussion. So you say you have,
9.28.
we have 9.2A,
Right.
it is 9.2 and 9.2A. There are two motions here.
Yeah, it's 9.28.
There are two motions here.
No,
9.2 and 9.2A. All in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so this takes us to item number 10, executive session.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
BCD.
This is not, that's not correct. Item 9.2 is the overall motion to adopt. All, it should be clarified, not all those considered as 9.2A, which is the regular full board meeting. Then 9.2B, which is the public hearing on ordinances, 9.2C, which is the finance committee, 9.2D, which is public health and safety, and 9.2E, which is the street committee.
Right, it was clarified. It's in the motion. There are two motions that we adopted here, 9.2, 9.2A.
9.2,
We did both.
I know, I don't understand what 9.2 is.
9.2 is what you just said.
Yeah, 9.2, and then the breakdown of 9.2 is the 9.2A, B, C.
John, you read the motion. It said move to adopt the following Board of Aldermen meeting schedules for 2025 as attached here too.
Yeah.
Attached here too. You read the attached. 8.1, A, B, C, D, E.
Okay, so just so long as we understand that.
It's right on the sheet here.
Okay,
We approve both those motions. Okay, now at this point in time, I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session.
so moved.
Second.
Who do you want to invite?
Just Corporation Council.
Okay.
That's all we need at this point.
Gotta get company again.